Nicholas Balboa was walking his dog when this happened. Nicholas, good morning. Can you hear me okay?
Good morning.
Yeah. We understand this was 1:30 this morning. What did you see?
Yes.
Nicholas, I'm sorry, one moment here. For the first time now, we are sharing with our viewers some security camera video that shows the collapse around that hour. And what I want our viewers to notice is that it appears on this video, Nicholas, that the center part of the building collapses first. And then about 2 or 3 seconds later, you see the right side of the building come down after that. What did you see, Nicholas?
So I was a little bit further down the street. The actual collapse was not visual. Like I couldn't see it from my vantage point. But I could see the plume of dust and everything that came, bellowing out as the air was displaced. But otherwise, I mean, I could feel the ground shake. It sounded like thunder. I thought a storm was coming until, literally I felt the ground shake a second time when the other half of the building fell. So it was definitely it was like something you see out of a movie.
Nicholas, I know that you then took your dog home, got him secure, and then returned to the scene. What did you see then?
So when I got back downstairs, I saw that emergency crews were moving in already. So they started pushing people back. They were asking me to move back. I guess just being nosy, I decided to move around one of the apartment buildings to the north of it, and walk along the beach. It was at that point where I could clearly see the building and where it collapsed and the debris and everything like that. And there was no police presence or firefighters on the backside of the building yet. So it was just myself and just a few other onlookers.
Could I ask you one other thing, Nicholas, while we have you? So this part of Florida, tell me a little bit about the neighborhood, because sometimes you'll have in Florida, people spend the winters there, but maybe they'll go to another location for the summer months when it's so hot there. But this neighborhood might not be like that. Are there more full-time residents that live in this particular neighborhood, maybe even in that building?
Yeah. So really, all of the buildings in this area are apartment buildings. The only it's a boutique hotel that's next to it, and that was the building immediately north of it. Other than that, the rest are all residents. Surfside it's a small little kind of suburb of North Miami Beach here. So it's maybe like 2 miles in length, if that. So it's very quiet. It's all residences. So yeah, I mean,
Nicholas,
I would never.
Where is your home? How far are you from this building?
So I'm actually, I'm here from visiting from out of state. So I'm staying with my dad right now. So this occurred on 88th Street, and so we're on 89th. So I was about a block away.
Yeah, not far. Have you noticed or observed any construction that was happening on the roof of that building or around it?
Not that I remember or recall recently.
Nicholas, they've set up a phone number for people to call in case they're trying to reach family members. Did you witness anything at the scene of people trying to, figure out a way to help? I know that the fire services said they are still trying to do search and rescue on the scene.
Yeah. So, like I said, there was no police presence or firefighters on the backside of the building yet. So myself and one other gentleman, we were effectively the first on the scene at the back of the building. So all the firefighters were evacuating the hotel to the north of it, and they were beginning to work on the building to the south of it, and try and get who was in the building in front out. Yeah. So yeah.
You're a good man, Nicholas, to return to the scene, and you witnessed a lot. I know you've been up for many hours, and it's a hard thing to have seen.
You okay, Nicholas?
Yeah, I just hope that anybody would do the same for me. This wasn't an act to try and be heroic. This wasn't anything like that. It was just, I was back there. It was extremely quiet, and so I could just hear somebody yelling. And as I decided to get closer to the building, I could hear I could tell that it was a young boy. And so he was just, he was screaming and saying, "Can you see me?" Because he was sticking his arm out of the rubble. And so that's how we saw him. We saw his fingers wiggling. So, I let him know that we were here, and he was just screaming, "Don't leave me, don't leave me." And so it was at that point, I just hope any decent human being would do that. They would stay and regardless of the situation.
So you were talking to him?
Yes.
Yeah. For how long?
I led police and fire to him. I've said it. If myself and the other guy, if we weren't back there, I have no idea how long it would have been until they found him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Could you hear it easily, or was it, were his cries muffled from the rubble, or how would you describe what you heard?
So given his location, he was towards the top of the the rubble heap. So I would say he was probably on one of the upper floors. Just, how far away from the building that, he was, and then, like I said, he was towards the top. I've shared images on Twitter, and to probably some of your colleagues already. So, I have clear pictures of him and, where he was at.
About how old do you think he was? He is, excuse me.
He told me he was 10.
Only 10 years old.
He told
his
you
mother
that.
was, well, yeah.
Did you hear anyone else, Nicholas?
Well, he said that his mother was with him. I couldn't hear her and I couldn't see her. So I don't know what her status was. But I pray that she's all right, because he said it was just him and her.
Wow. Nicholas, job well done. And thank you for sharing your story. I know you're going through a tough time. I can see the expression on your face. Thank you, Nicholas.
You're a good man. Thank you, Nicholas.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.